That's okay. If they didn't want you to be able to do stuff like that, they'd put measures in place to stop you. Like putting it high up in the sky or making it extremely inhospitable. But luckily, we've seen no sign of either of those. Yeah, this seems so underwhelming now. Oh, just a normal pal spear. Also, I could almost certainly go to that oil rig and absolutely destroy them. Like, yes, I know the Bakemi is level capped to us, but it has the moves of something that's at level 65. Definitely puts me at an advantage, that's for sure.
What?
You know what? It's time for you to go. No, it's time. Kill him. Ugh. Oh, it's not in a tornado. Well, there you go. Thank you. Convinced itself that being unremarkable is what makes it unique. Wow, same. I mean poison stuff, which makes use of 360 though. You know what? Sure, we can afford it. Do you have anything else? Don't you run from me. Yeah, the exact same thing. We're gonna go take a look. Right, there's the Memoris there. I think the Lunaris boss is somewhere in this area. In fact, I'm almost positive. I could go for the Celestier as well. Maybe. Holy pop. You know, I don't think I'm gonna use a Soul Sphere on the Holy Pop. Memoris though. Right, so here's a check. Yeah. It does in fact seem about right. We got the Soul Sphere, exact same. So maybe I really could just go get the Celestier. Can't ride it though. Go get him. Good job. Convenient. Don't you run from me. I don't have any arrows. Well, okay, you're free. Congratulations. A better capture. Okay. Bakemi. Swiftly kill this guy, please. Wow. Oh. Let's try him. Use your other abilities. Okay, Whisper. Go ahead. Okay, good damage. Laser. Very nice. So the Bakemi maybe isn't as crazy as I was making it sound. But still good. That was like 10 levels up. This feels like it's a combination of whatever Score Bunny evolves into. I entirely forgot its name. And whatever the Weed Cat evolves into. I don't know, that's just what we called it. Also Shadow the Hedgehog. I still genuinely feel like this is faster than using Nightwing, by the way. I just remembered I have Nightwing. Like, now that it's on cooldown. This for sure. Right, going downhill.
What?
This is much faster than Nightwing. Oh, there are 2 dungeons. Okay. Dungeon 1. It looks like the layout of this doesn't change very much. There were changes to make dungeons less maze-like. Which I assume has been done here, seeing as there's only one side room. And they've all been the same so far. Layout-wise.
What?
Okay, the glider on its own does not go faster. But I guess I'll do it anyway. I don't know where I have that muscle memory from. Maybe from Gale Claw on a different save file. A grenade. Pangullet, huh? Well, kill him. Good job. You will also do the other dungeon. I have not forgotten about it. Hellsphere, at least. Man, I say that like it does actually help. It's really nothing. The only thing stopping me from having 400 Pal Spheres is time and willpower. I have the materials in my pocket. Kill him. I don't want to kill him too quickly. If you come out of there, you die. Okay, I convinced them. Man, Apocalypse is just not a great move unless the guys we're fighting are big. And we come out of this with 2 grenades. What are we gonna use them for?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. This is murder, but I'm doing it anyway. Look, I'm sorry, but you drop high quality paddle. Just around 2 hours. This was good progress. I had a lot of fun with this today. I love just being able to do shenanigans like that. I entirely forgot about going to the Lunaris. Oh, 32 seconds. Okay. I can close out a task manager. Uh, I hope everything's been okay with the graphics and the lag. The graphics seem to be fine when I was watching all the testing stuff, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be. I'll see when editing. I sure hope so. Because I don't want to buy a new GPU. I don't even know if I can. Okay. Uh, incubate. Gloopy Primo. Okay. No cuddle sessions. That's what the thing said. The description on the side. While in party increases the defense of water pals by 15%. Doesn't Ruby do that for fire pals? Yeah. At least the Ruby drops flame organs while working at a ranch. Well, okay. Again, today I had a lot of fun with this. Just being able to do stuff with, like, stupid stuff with the grappling gun and the paraglider. But, you know, I'm gonna get a flying mount eventually, so I won't really be doing that stuff anymore. But it's nice to enjoy it while it lasts. Uh, Man, what do I want to do next time? Honestly, we could probably just go for the next tower. We were a lot stronger than the first tower, and we're probably in a good position to get to the second one, maybe making the gun, because I do have the pistol blueprint, and I have a good amount of money for buying ammo. But other than that, probably catch something interesting. Maybe go to Sakurajima. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. The channel is still new, so like the liking and commenting and subscribing and stuff helps. Presumably, other people says that it helps them, so I would assume it would help me. Uh, yeah. Goodbye. I don't know. Maybe I can do right now. Hello. What you are about to see is just me going around capturing low-level pals doing nothing of significance while I ramble about the channel and how things are going. So if you don't care about that, skip to the next video. But if you do, keep watching. Hello. I am post-editing, as in I am done with editing, and I saw, hey, I could really use some more, like, footage, I guess you'd call it, to use in the edited video, because it'd be really short without this. Okay. So, this is, I don't know, this is gonna be more, I'm just gonna be running around lower level areas, just catching stuff that I need to. I crafted 200 pal spheres. And, a Ring of Mercy. So, if you want to see something substantial happen, it's not going to. And however many minutes that I do this for, nothing substantial will happen, and if it does, I'll put it in the next edited video. But I guess mainly, I just wanted to talk about the channel and how that's doing, because it's been over a month since I started. And frankly, I'm happy with where I am, strangely enough. Like, obviously, I do want to keep growing. But right now, I'm currently at a point where I'll usually get 0 views per video. I say usually. Recently, I've been getting 1 view per video, and they only stick around for like 13 seconds. So first off, I'm just hoping that's gonna change with the bit rate, or the like recording issues fixed. But frankly, my outlook is, as long as I do still have like somebody like new or random looking at the videos, then I'm like confident that I will be able to do okay, I guess is the way I want to put it. Because, you know, I honestly, the last stream, I say stream, still not streaming yet. The last recording session I did of Palworld was frankly just really fun, and I feel like that was the most interesting thing I've done so far. And ideally, more stuff like that will become more common just as I stream more. And like, dead airspace will shorten. But, you know, I do feel like I'm getting better to a degree. Maybe it's just, hey, I was sick for a little bit, and that little bit happened, you know, it happened early enough in that it kind of messed up my perception of how I was doing. I don't know. Like, that's a possibility, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I'm confident in my ability to make thumbnails. So I'm not super concerned about getting people to click on the video. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a hard thing to do for me personally. Like, okay, I say that, obviously, you know, look at where my videos are getting me. But maybe, and this is probably copium, the graphic issues are fixed, the recording issues, so hey, maybe the people are just gonna stick around now. Wouldn't that be nice? But I don't know. I'm okay right now. Not having people stick around isn't super concerning for me, at least not yet. Ask me again in 3 months, and if I still have absolutely 0 people, like it's not somewhere in at least the single digits, then I'll be a bit concerned. And even then, not concerned. I just need to find something to do, something more interesting, which is fine. So, in case you haven't gathered it so far, I'm pretty okay with how things have gone so far. I've seen a lot of people, they just like get demoralized this early on because it's like, oh, nobody's watching, 0 viewers, I'm just gonna stop. But I've been doing this for over a month now, and I don't know, I don't see any sign of me slowing down, which is rare for me. I tend to more jump around to different things. Also, how many of these guys do? Maybe I should have just done this and then recorded afterwards so I'm significantly less distracted. But yeah, definitely should have, considering I've forgotten what I was talking about. Right, so again, I don't feel like I'm slowing down at all. It's rare for me, because a lot of the other stuff that I'd do it and I'd get to a point where I'd just, I'd, I'd always start at the height of the enthusiasm, which, that happened here specifically for the VTuber part. Like, now that I've been doing this for a minute, the novelty of the model has worn off on me a bit. I'm still happy with it, and I still do want to do more stuff with Live 2D and keep using it and everything. But I'm not as giddy and excited about it as I used to be, which, you know, that makes sense. It's gonna wear off. But the whole uploading videos thing, no, I'm still going strong on that. Frankly, the biggest issue right now is the editing, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, because right now, with the most recent editing I did, the Palworld videos are being cut into 20 minutes long. They were 30 minutes before. This time I cut them into 20 minutes because I said in the recording, I just made a point that was like, yeah, I'm probably going to make this the end of the first episode, and I decided, okay. Sure, old me was right. But it would be nice to have a larger backlog and do things that I could stream without cutting up. And or play and put on the VOD channel for now. Eventually I will get to streaming. But it would... I don't think I would be able to continue doing this if... I wouldn't be able to focus on editing. I didn't mean to catch a person. Okay. Well, I didn't. But I don't think I can keep up with editing, recording, doing art and live 2D stuff. Because frankly, the art and live 2D stuff has pretty much just stopped. I want to keep doing more stuff like that, but I don't have the time. Because I will typically record for however long. 4 hours, 6 hours. And then editing takes me just as long because I go through a very long process. A very long editing process where I just I sit there and I scrub through the whole thing. Which I don't need to be doing as carefully anymore because there's no microphone sounds, but the sound levels are being varied for sure. In the last stream, video, whatever, I'm gonna call them streams. You should know what I mean by now. In the last recording, a lot of them were, or after like the halfway mark-ish, the audio was too low. I don't know if I started just whispering more or if I got further away from my mic or something. But regardless of the case, it just kind of got harder to hear. And I did make it louder, but that doesn't really work if I want to get to a point where I can just post the stuff I record on the VODs channel without having to worry about the sound. Because I haven't before, but like after editing this stuff today, I'm like, that is kind of something I'm gonna need to do. Keep more on top of. But it's mainly more things happen that I don't realize they happen, so I don't place down a marker. And I don't catch them until I start editing. Like, for example, it wasn't last stream because I fixed it for last time, but the time before, my phone was on my desk and it was vibrating. And, you know, internally, I was like, oh yeah, that's just a normal thing. But then I got into the recording and there was a horrendous buzzing. And I'm not entirely sure if I cut that out of the VOD or not. I think I tried to a bit, but like, there were some parts where it just buzzed when I was talking. And maybe something important was happening at the same time. I know there was like at least one point where something that I wanted to keep in was happening, and the phone also happened to be vibrating while I was talking, and I can't really separate those. It's probably possible somehow, but I don't have the audio editing experience to do it. And I could take the time to learn, but I'd rather just stop it from happening in the first place. So I'm gonna look and see if a shock mount will help with that, because I thought this mic was supposed to have an internal one, which it does, but presumably it's not good enough. I think it has an internal shock mount. So I'll look into that, but until then, it's just like, okay, I guess I gotta keep my phone off the desk, which is only mildly annoying, if anything. But there was like what I started with this, where I did have my phone on my desk, and I didn't realize it until I started talking about it. And frankly, if the phone did vibrate, I wouldn't have noticed. I probably would have just written it off. So it's smaller things like that that I catch while doing these very long, sit down, scrub through everything sort of editing. And I would ideally like to get to a point where none of that sort of stuff is happening, and, you know, depending on the game, I could put down markers of longer stuff to just cut out. Like when I realized that there were long periods of downtime, just putting a marker there so editing me knows, okay, just cut all of this out. Which is kind of hard to do without predicting beforehand, like when it starts, because I'd still have to go through and figure out like, hey, when does this start? But I don't know, I'll figure something out. But ideally, that will, or like, the more that I think about that sort of thing, it doesn't seem like it's super realistic. Editing's always gonna take some time. I'd bet, like, always a decent amount of time, but I don't think it needs to be one for one. The way I have it right now is kind of ridiculous. Also, I'm not catching that guy. I can't keep up with it. The one for one I'm doing right now feels kind of ridiculous. It feels like it shouldn't take that long. And hopefully in time it won't. Because I do, like I said, I do want to start doing more art and live 2D stuff. Weapon is damaged? What do you mean? I haven't used it that much, have I? Whatever. But I can't do the art and live 2D stuff without more time to do it. And I haven't had zero time. But the time that I have had, I've spent it... Yeah, okay. I've spent some of it playing games and talking with friends, because of course, I still do need leisure time. But also, I've put a lot of it into practicing the automaton. And I don't know, I guess mainly that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's been a lot of recently. It was the video stuff. It was like, okay, I gotta sit down and figure this out for a while. And it did take a long time. Because, again, I say again, first time I'm saying it here, it goes entirely against the advice that everyone was giving, which is use your hardware encoder. Which, again, it's still so stupid that the solution is to not use my hardware encoder. But that's AMD. So a lot of the time went there. And obviously that hasn't been like super, that didn't take super long. It's not like I spent a week on that problem. But before that it was specifically the keyboard audio. And before that, it was like the mouth noises. And before that, it was just like getting my bearings, figuring all of this out. Thumbnails. The Grand Blue Fantasy thumbnails have taken quite a while, right? Again, that's damaged. The thumbnails for Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I only thought I was gonna make like 1 or 2 videos on it. So I made more flashy thumbnails, not just the same picture with a different number, which I'm doing that for something like this because this is gonna go on for a while. And I really don't want to make 40 different thumbnails for the same game. And a lot of this is going to be like, what am I supposed to do if one episode there's mainly just a lot of crafting? I'm sure I'd figure something out, but it makes a lot more sense to have something where the video amount is going to be in the double digits, to have these lower effort thumbnails. Because frankly, if I did have to make a thumbnail for each of these, I don't think I would have any free time. That's probably a lie. Especially with me trying to make the video 20 minutes now. Which, I can't remember if I mentioned. Because I'm making the 20 minutes, the Palworld video 20 minutes. When I do the long recording sessions, I will get more out of it, and the backlog will last for longer. So I have more time to do stuff before I need to be, like, on top of recording. It always feels like that there's something looming over me. Because the backlogs only last 1 to 3 days. And, you know, the 1 day isn't even really a backlog. But they don't last very long. So it's constantly, hey, you gotta make new stuff if you want to keep putting stuff out daily. And again, I should look up if that even matters anymore. Because I know that was a thing on YouTube a while ago. But I don't know if that's happened now. Or if that's like how impactful that is now. What is that? Oh, don't hug Chris. So I don't know. Maybe if it isn't, I could do this sort of thing where the video releases are spontaneous but longer. It really just all depends. And I will figure it out as I go. But TLDR, things are going fairly how I expected them to. And that's not a bad thing. I did not expect something to be happening to be a bad thing, and the thing that I expected happened, therefore, not a bad thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll get better, ideally, at doing this sort of stuff. And at the start of, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another recording session tonight or not. My throat is starting to be a bit unhappy. I have no idea why. But, like, genuinely. But whether or not I do or don't keep recording today, I'll just, like, show all the pals that I caught or whatever. I don't know where I was going with that. Man, it really would benefit me to write a script for this sort of thing. And this will be a fine test for the microphone levels, because I feel like I've been speaking fairly loudly. And I don't know. You will see. The TLDR went on longer than it should have. TLDR, things are good, and presumably they'll get even better. There you go. That's it. If you're still here, thank you for watching both the normal video and me rambling for 24 minutes, which is gonna make the other video, like the edited video, longer, because I'm not gonna cut any of this out. I'm just gonna paste it on to the end of the video. And I don't know, maybe I can do right now. Hello. What you are about to see is just me going around capturing low-level pals doing nothing of significance while I ramble about the channel and how things are going. So if you don't care about that, skip to the next video. But if you do, keep watching. Okay. I have that there now for me to cut out and put in front. And if you're still here watching, congratulations, you get to see it twice. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying before I did that. Thank you, brain, for getting sidetracked once again. Okay. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If you are still here. And if you are not, that's okay too. Obviously you don't know I'm saying that because you're not still here. And, of course, I'm pretty much just speaking to people in the future. Like, also, I want to note for future editor self, I was just then, presumably my voice got a lot quieter. That was me speaking without feeling like I'm trying to do the loud thing. I'll know what I'm talking about. Don't worry. What was I saying? Right. I'm speaking to people in the future pretty much because, you know, people haven't really watched anything yet. I don't have consistent viewers, so for future
What?
people who are here, and hey, maybe this is the first video that someone's gonna watch to the end,
What?
aside from that one person who randomly watched like an episode 3 VOD for like 4 hours and then subscribed, which I don't know what's I don't know what's going on with that. Uh, I don't know. I'm just under the impression that they're waiting for me to start streaming eventually. I have no idea. Uh, yeah, it's thank you, thank you, future people. If this does happen to be like the first main channel video that people decide to watch for some reason, then hi, hi, not future person. I mean, regardless of when you're watching this, you are the present person to yourself, but you'd be more present to me than the people in the future are going to be more present to me. If that makes sense. I should stop. That was like an extra 4 minutes that did not need to be in this. Okay. Okay, I'm stopping. Thank you. Goodbye.